Hey guys, Chris here back in from C&H Smalls. You got another quick video here for you guys today on Thursday. One of my subscribers was asking me about my truck, and he wanted to know what kind of oil filters I prefer over here for that. And I told him I'd do probably a quick 5-minute video from what I use in my truck right here. And I typically use the typical factory oil filter on my truck right here for that. And this is the FL820S on the right hand side over here. This is the packaging. It actually comes in right here for reference from local Walmart, because I typically go to Walmart and buy all my parts and stuff like that for my truck, either for doing like a typical routine oil change, air filter, stuff like that, because they have Motorcraft air filters and also the oil filter as well too in my local Walmart store. So this is what the box looks like. It's like a 2019 box right there for that. And here's your typical oil filter for reference right here, the good old FL820S oil filter from Ford, Motorcraft, genuine part here for reference points. And here's your gasket underneath there as well too. That's what it looks like. So that's your OEM genuine filter. These things cost about I think about $399, $499, somewhere like that in my region over here in Pennsylvania. So that's what it looks like. It works perfectly fine. Never had a single problem with it yet, and it's a reliable filter. So I give that one basically 2 thumbs up. I also was looking online as well too for like possible upgrades for that filter, and I ran across this one right here. I bought a couple on eBay here this past month. This is the Ford Racing upgraded oil filter. It has a different part number. Here's the part number down there, the actual packaging. CM6731-FL820 right there, specifically for that. This is what the packaging looks like. They claim this one has a heavy-duty steel case on there, a more efficient media complex, the actual filtration in the actual paper element. It has like some kind of like a semi-synthetic or enhanced material in there for the filtering. Plus, it has a better sealing surface on the bottom of the oil filter where it mates up to the base on here as well too. So that's what it looks like. It has like an anti-stick blue coating on there for that, and that's what the oil filter looks like here for reference points. They claim it has a higher burst rating on here as well too. So if you compare them like side by side, the Ford Racing one is definitely a little bit taller right here for reference, probably about maybe like a quarter of an inch taller. So I can give you a shot of that right here as well too. So there you go. It looks a little bit taller for reference points, just by looking at it from a side by side shot angle. And they do recommend, if you do use these Ford Racing filters, I do recommend tightening them up a bit more than your typical Ford Motorcraft one right here, because I was talking to guys online. They were saying if you do use this one with the anti-stick blue coating on the actual base plate on there for that, I do recommend torquing it up, because if you don't torque it up, it may possibly leak. So I always recommend torquing it up as hard as you possibly can. Just like don't over torque it. Just snug it up a bit more than you would typically do with your regular FL820S filter right there for that. So the upgrade racing one has a stronger steel plate or steel casing, what we're going to call it right here. The actual casing stronger, it's more beefy versus the typical factory one right here, the FL820S. It has a better filter media on here, so it has a higher capacity, higher rating, plus it also flows the oil better as well too. So they do have a higher flow capacity. And the other main aspect was the different it's almost like a Teflon-like coating, the actual blue coating and material they have on the bottom portion of the plate right here as well too, where it actually mates up to your oil filter housing. The other cost is this one costs a lot more than your typical Motorcraft one. This one, like I said before, it's about $4 to $5 right here at your local store. This one right here can be half for between, I'd say about 17 to about 22 bucks, I think, online. I actually got the ones right here. I got this one off of eBay right here for about 16, 17 bucks, and the shipping was about, I think, $3 or $4. So I actually purchased two to try to cut the cost for shipping and try to mitigate the losses for, you know, just shipping out one. So I'll probably stick this one on a truck here this month here, upcoming up here, probably in maybe June, and we'll see if it filters any better or if it you know, enhances the engine. I honestly don't think it will provide any kind of enhancements overall, but it should provide maybe a higher capacity for the actual oil filtering ability. Plus, it may provide a slightly higher flow rate as well too, so that's always a good thing right there for that. So if anybody has any comments, questions, whatnot I had here, this is the two filters comparisons for the Ford genuine Motorcraft FL820S and the upgraded CM6731-FL820 oil filters for reference points. So feel free to drop me a message here if you have any questions. I'll try to get back as soon as I possibly can, guys. I'll see you. Have a nice day.